I'd like to introduce a sculpture that may not be known to many of you. It's an ancestor figure from the island of Nias. Nias is located off the coast of Sumatra, and we see it there in red. It is famous for its megalithic, Neolithic tradition. They were headhunters. They had very complex costumes. We see this gold crowns, and that gold crown is preserved in this portrait of the primordial ancestor known as Aduzatua or Adunua. This sculpture was collected in 1955 in the South Nias village called Bawal Montaloa, and we see the Professor Herman Verstappen, a Dutch geographer who was doing studies there post-war. Unlike many, this one is finished in the rear. You will often find flat. This is really beautifully, elegantly carved in all directions. It is carved by the same hand as the figure in the Museum for Kulturen, collected by Paul Weers in 1927. That's in Basel. We see this figure from the side, the elegant treatment, a male earring and the beetle chopper with a cup. Ancestor figures are a very important part of indigenous tribal societies of Indonesia. We see this megalith that's associated with the Easter Island figures. Giant stones were erected at the time of a chief's funeral. The ancestral house is the cosmic diagram we see on the right, and the upper reaches were where the ancestors resided. We see the warrior society below. There were rich men, nobles, freemen, and slaves. Here's a wall altar where such a figure would have been placed. Portrait of a young man. We see a figure again in detail. Note the headhunter's necklace. You had to take a head to wear that necklace. So with this, I close, but I'd like to point out my latest book, Rarities, the Himalayas to Hawaii, which also has a Nias figure on the cover. Please check it out and visit me on my website.